Listen carefully, because what I am about to tell you might change the direction of your life. Right now, as you are hearing this, understand something very simple yet powerful. You were chosen. Yes, you heard me correctly. You were chosen for a reason, for a purpose, and for a destiny that is greater than anything you can imagine. Life is not random, and nothing happens by accident. The very fact that you are here listening to this message before October 9 is not coincidence. It is a sign, a calling, a divine whisper telling you, your time is now. You see, most people live their entire lives without realizing that they were meant for something extraordinary. They settle for mediocrity because they do not understand the power of being chosen. Being chosen means opportunity, responsibility, and purpose are already in your hands. It means that doors will open for you, sometimes in ways you cannot even anticipate. It means that your life is valuable, your actions matter, and your dreams are not accidental. I want you to take a moment and think about this. If you were chosen, then you have gifts inside you waiting to be released. You have talents, skills, and abilities that the world needs, and the timing of your breakthrough is aligning perfectly. Every challenge you have faced, every obstacle you have endured has been preparing you for this very moment. And now your season of purpose is approaching. But here is the key. Being chosen does not mean life will be easy. It means you have been equipped to face challenges, to rise above fear, to step into your destiny with courage. You must be willing to work, to learn, and to grow. You must refuse to allow doubt, fear, or procrastination to steal what has already been set aside for you. You are not here to watch life happen. You are here to create, to influence, and to leave a mark that is permanent. So today, I am asking you to take ownership of your life. Recognize your value, embrace your purpose, and step boldly into your calling. The world needs your vision, your leadership, your influence. Stop waiting for permission. Stop seeking approval. Stop believing that someone else will define your worth. You have already been chosen. Now it is time to act. Believe this: you are destined for success, for impact, for significance. The opportunities you see, the ideas you have, the dreams that keep you awake at night, they are all signs of the life you were meant to live. October 9 is not just a date. It is a marker of your awakening, a reminder that your journey is about to accelerate. Stay focused, stay disciplined, stay inspired, and do not let anything distract you from the purpose you were born to fulfill. This is your moment. Your choice to rise, to shine, and to embrace your destiny is what will define the next chapter of your life. Congratulations. You are not ordinary. You are chosen, and greatness awaits you. Do not look back. Move forward. The world is waiting for you to step into your potential and show what it truly means to live a life of purpose. You are chosen, and that truth is more powerful than anything you will ever hear. It is not about luck, coincidence, or chance. It is about purpose. Think about the farmer planting seeds in his field. He does not scatter seeds randomly. He selects the best seeds, the ones with potential to grow into strong, fruitful plants. Those seeds are chosen. They have been prepared, nurtured, and positioned for growth. Just like those seeds, your life has been carefully arranged so that you are ready to flourish. Every challenge, every struggle, every late night or early morning you have endured has been shaping you into the person who can handle the responsibilities of being chosen. You may look around and see people who seem more talented, more fortunate, or more confident, and you might ask yourself, why not me? Why am I struggling while others succeed? But the truth is, being chosen is not about who is first or who appears to have it all together. It is about readiness. Think about the young woman who dreams of starting her own business. She watches countless success stories online. She compares herself to others, and yet she continues. She works late into the night. She studies, she experiments, she fails, she learns. And one day, a door opens. An opportunity appears that she did not plan, did not chase, but it was waiting for her because she had been chosen. Being chosen does not mean everything will be easy. It means that within you, the tools, the courage, and the resilience have been placed so you can rise above obstacles. Think about the student who dreams of being a doctor. Every day, they wake up early, study while others sleep, sacrifice time with friends and fun. Sometimes they fail exams. Sometimes they feel like giving up. But that student was chosen for greatness. The sleepless nights, the moments of doubt, and the pressure are not punishments. They are preparation. It is as if life is testing not whether they can survive, but whether they are ready to handle the responsibility of being chosen. And here is something most people do not understand. Being chosen does not wait for permission. You do not need someone to tell you that you are worthy. You do not need a certificate, a title, or recognition. Your worth is not defined by applause or social validation. Consider the single mother who wakes up every morning before the sun, prepares her children for school, goes to work, and still finds time to dream of a better life. Society might not notice her. The world might not applaud, yet she is chosen. The universe, destiny, or however you want to call it, has placed her in this position for a purpose far greater than she can see at the moment. Her sacrifices, her patience, her persistence, they are the proof that she was prepared for this role. Look at the small, ordinary moments in life. The man who always helps his neighbors, who gives a smile to strangers, who shows kindness to people he does not know. He may think it goes unnoticed. Yet in ways he cannot see, those small choices are aligning him with his purpose. He is chosen to be a beacon of hope, to influence lives in ways that ripple far beyond what he can imagine. Being chosen is not always about big, dramatic moments. Often, it is hidden in daily acts of faith, courage, and integrity. Imagine a young artist sitting in a small room, drawing, painting, or writing. Days go by without recognition, without reward. But still the artist creates the brushes, the colors, the words. They were not given to just anyone. They were given to someone chosen. Chosen to tell a story, chosen to touch hearts, chosen to bring beauty into the world. The artist might feel unseen, unheard, but the fact that the desire, the talent, and the passion exist in them is evidence that they are chosen. Being chosen also means that timing matters. The chosen person often appears in the right place at the right moment, even if they did not plan it. Think about the young man who keeps learning, improving and preparing, never giving up, never losing faith. One day, he is offered a job, a partnership, or a chance to lead, and it seems sudden, but it is not. It is the moment when all preparation meets opportunity. He was chosen. His choices, his sacrifices, his resilience have aligned him for this moment that will define his impact. Sometimes people misunderstand what it means to be chosen. They think it means a life without struggle, a life without pain, a life without failure. No, being chosen is not a promise of comfort. It is a calling to responsibility, to growth, and to influence. You are chosen not to stay small, not to settle, not to be ordinary. You are chosen to rise, to shine, to inspire, to lead, and to create a life that matters. The very fact that you are reading these words, reflecting on them, and feeling a spark in your heart is proof. Your life is intentional, your purpose is real, and the journey ahead, with all its twists and turns, is designed to reveal the greatness within you. Timing matters, and it matters more than most people realize. You may have all the talent in the world, all the resources, all the knowledge, but if your timing is off, your efforts may not produce the results you are expecting. Think about the farmer who wants to plant his seeds. If he plants too early, the frost may destroy them. If he plants too late, the rain may never come. The seeds are ready, the soil is ready, but the timing must be perfect. Life works the same way. There are seasons, and understanding your season can make all the difference between success and struggle, between fulfillment and frustration. I want you to imagine a young woman who has been dreaming of starting her own business. She has ideas, she has skill, she has passion, but she is impatient. She rushes, she tries to force opportunities that are not yet ready. Deals fall through, partnerships fail, and she feels discouraged. But then she decides to wait, to prepare, to refine her craft, to learn from mistakes, to build connections quietly. A few months later, the perfect opportunity appears. The timing is right, and suddenly, everything she has done aligns with the moment. That is the power of timing. It ensures that preparation meets opportunity, that your readiness meets your breakthrough. Think about a student preparing for an important exam. They can study day and night, but if they start cramming just a few hours before the test, the results will not reflect their potential. However, if they prepare steadily, understand the material, and take the time to revise carefully, when the exam day comes, everything falls into place. The difference is timing. The right preparation at the right time produces results that seem effortless, while rushing or forcing things can leave you frustrated and wondering why life is not working out. Timing also teaches patience. Consider the parent who waits every day for their child to take their first steps. The parent cannot rush it, cannot force it. They prepare the environment, they provide support, and they encourage, but the moment comes when the child is ready. It may be days, weeks, or months later, but when it happens, it is perfect. The lesson here is that your breakthrough, your success, Your moment of recognition will come when the universe, destiny, or life decides that you are ready. Trying to force it too soon can waste energy, create stress, and even cause failure. Look at the young athlete who dreams of competing in the big league. He trains relentlessly, works on strength, skill, and endurance, yet the coach does not select him immediately. At first, he is disappointed. He watches others succeed before him and wonders if he will ever get the chance. But he continues to train, to improve, to remain disciplined. Then one day his number is called. He steps onto the field and his preparation meets the perfect moment. Timing matters because it rewards those who wait, who persevere, and who remain committed to their purpose. Sometimes timing appears as a door that opens unexpectedly. A man might have struggled in his career for years, applying for jobs, learning skills, networking, but nothing seems to work. Then one day, a company calls him for a position he never thought possible. He walks into the interview confident because he has been preparing, and suddenly everything changes. The years of struggle were not wasted. They were positioning him for that exact moment. Timing is not just about waiting. It is about aligning your readiness with opportunity, understanding that life unfolds in seasons, and recognizing that your moment will arrive when the time is right. Even in relationships, timing matters. A friendship, a partnership, or a romantic connection may seem impossible at one moment, but when the timing is right, everything aligns naturally. Forcing it too early can cause frustration and disappointment, but allowing time for growth, maturity, and understanding often produces results that feel effortless and meaningful. Timing ensures that when something comes together, it is sustainable, productive, and transformative. The truth is, timing cannot be controlled, but it can be respected. The baker does not control the rising of the dough. The musician cannot force the audience's attention. The student cannot accelerate the exam clock. All you can do is prepare, practice, and position yourself. Life rewards those who are ready when opportunity knocks. It rewards those who understand that rushing, forcing, or trying to control every detail can undermine the results they are meant to achieve. Timing matters because it bridges the gap between potential and reality, between effort and reward, between dreams and achievement. Gifts and talents are not accidental, and they are not random. Every person you see walking around has been given something unique, something that no one else can replicate. These gifts are your signature in the world, the way you are meant to leave your mark. Think about the teacher who spends hours explaining difficult concepts to students. Some may say it is just a job, but the patience, the voice, the way that teacher connects with each child is a gift. It cannot be bought, it cannot be copied. And it is exactly what the students need to succeed. Your talents work the same way. They are tools designed to accomplish purpose. Imagine the musician who sits in a small room every night, practicing for hours when no one is watching. Their fingers ache, their voice cracks, yet they continue. They do not do it for fame. They do it because they were born with the gift, and the gift demands expression. Every note they play, every song they write is an opportunity to inspire someone, to heal someone, to change someone's day. Think about the impact you could have if you did not hide your own talents, if you embraced them fully, and if you shared them without fear. Gifts are meant to be used, not buried, and the world needs what only you can give. Consider the young child who draws pictures obsessively, who sees shapes, colors, and ideas differently from others. The parents might say it is just play, but those sketches are the child's talent showing itself. If encouraged, nurtured, and developed, that child could grow into an artist who influences millions. The principle is clear. Your gifts are indicators of your potential, and recognizing them early allows you to cultivate them. Hiding your gifts out of fear, doubt, or comparison to others is the greatest injustice you can commit against yourself. Sometimes people undervalue their talents because they do not seem extraordinary to them. The person who comforts a friend when they are struggling, who listens without judgment, who offers encouragement and hope, may feel it is just kindness. But in reality, that is a rare gift of empathy and emotional intelligence. Your gifts may be quiet, subtle, and understated, but they are powerful. They shape the lives of people around you, they open doors, and they create opportunities that you may never fully see. Think about the mechanic who repairs cars with precision, who understands engines in a way that others cannot, who solves problems with skill and efficiency. Many overlook his talent because it is practical, not glamorous. Yet without his gift, countless people would be stranded, delayed, or frustrated. The lesson is that gifts are not about recognition. They are about impact. When you discover what you are naturally good at, what brings you joy, and what others benefit from, you unlock a path to fulfillment and purpose. Even in everyday life, gifts and talents are evident. The person who tells stories that make others laugh, the one who motivates a coworker, the friend who plans events and organizes people effortlessly, the chef who creates meals that delight and nourish. These are all examples of gifts in action. Your talents may not look like someone else's, and that is precisely the point. The world does not need another copy of someone else. It needs what only you can offer. Your unique combination of skills, experiences, and perspectives is your gift, and it is valuable beyond measure. Sometimes people fail to use their gifts because they are waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect platform, or the perfect audience. Consider the young writer who keeps a journal for years, believing no one will care. Every day they write, they develop clarity, style, and voice. One day, a publisher notices, a reader connects, and suddenly the talent is recognized. The gift was always there, but preparation and persistence allowed it to manifest at the right time. The key is to engage with your gifts consistently, even when the world seems indifferent, because the impact will come, and it will come when you are ready to receive it. Recognizing your gifts also means understanding responsibility. The gift of intelligence, creativity, empathy, leadership, or skill comes with the duty to develop it, to use it wisely, and to give it back to the world. The young athlete who trains tirelessly, not only to win but to inspire others, is using their gift with purpose. The entrepreneur who builds a business that creates jobs and serves communities is honoring the gifts within them. Gifts are not just personal blessings, they are opportunities to influence, empower, and elevate others. You must see yourself as a repository of gifts and talents, a unique blend of potential waiting to be expressed. The world will test you, distract you, and sometimes make you doubt the value of what you have. But the truth remains, your talents are not accidental. Your ideas, your creativity, your skills, and your natural abilities are tools of purpose. The moment you stop hiding them, the moment you start acting with confidence, discipline, and courage, your life begins to align with the mission you were chosen for. Challenges prepare you. And the moments that seem hardest, loneliest, and most painful are often the very moments that are shaping you for greatness. Think about the athlete who trains every day for hours, facing exhaustion, injury, and failure. Each fall, each mistake, each setback is not a sign to quit. It is a lesson to learn, a strength to build, a resilience to cultivate. The body becomes stronger not when it is comfortable, but when it is pushed beyond its limits. The same is true for life. Every challenge you face is a teacher, and the lessons it carries are more valuable than any classroom, any textbook, any lecture. Consider the student who struggles with a difficult subject. Every failed test, every confusing problem, every late night spent studying may feel discouraging, but it is not wasted. Each struggle develops critical thinking, patience, and perseverance. When the student finally masters the subject, the knowledge is deeper, the confidence stronger, and the understanding richer because the challenge shaped them. Life works the same way. Struggles are not punishments, they are preparation. They are shaping your mind, your character, and your spirit for the opportunities that lie ahead. Think about the young entrepreneur who faces rejection after rejection. Investors say no, clients ignore them, friends doubt their vision. Most people would give up, most people would quit. But the one who understands that challenges prepare you will study each failure, adjust the approach, and continue with persistence. Every no is a step toward a yes. Every setback is a rehearsal for success, and every disappointment is a way to strengthen the courage needed for the breakthrough that is coming. The challenges are not obstacles, they are training grounds. Even in family life, challenges prepare you. The single parent who wakes up before dawn, works tirelessly, and manages every responsibility alone is learning endurance, patience, and problem solving. The struggles may seem unfair, and the days may feel endless, but the life lessons embedded in these trials are preparing them to not only survive but to thrive. Their ability to handle pressure, make decisions under stress, and nurture others with limited resources is a skill that could never be learned without facing those challenges. Think about the young artist whose work is constantly rejected. Gallery owners do not respond, friends do not appreciate, critics are harsh. Instead of quitting, the artist practices more, experiments with new techniques, and grows stronger in skill and vision. The challenges refine the talent, clarify the purpose, and deepen the passion. Without struggle, the work may remain average, But with challenge, the artist is sculpted into someone whose creations will inspire generations. The challenge is the invisible mentor guiding them toward excellence. Sometimes, challenges teach you patience. Consider the professional who is stuck in a job that feels unrewarding. The long hours, the difficult boss, the monotonous tasks seem unbearable. But they are developing resilience, discipline, and strategic thinking. When the opportunity arises to move into a leadership role, to start a new business, or to take a risk that requires courage, they are ready. The challenge was the preparation, the experience that made them capable of handling responsibility and leading with wisdom. Even in daily life, challenges prepare you in subtle ways. The person who struggles to maintain healthy relationships learns empathy, communication, and compromise. The person who faces financial difficulties learns resourcefulness, planning, and prioritization. The person who feels lonely learns self-awareness, reflection, and inner strength. Challenges are not limited to dramatic life events. They appear in ordinary moments, shaping character quietly and persistently. They prepare you to handle success, responsibility, and influence when the right time arrives. The principle is universal. Diamonds are formed under pressure. A piece of coal under heat, and time transforms into something extraordinary. Human potential works the same way. Every challenge, difficulty, and hardship is a form of pressure designed to refine you. Without it, you may never recognize the depth of your own strength. Without it, you may never fully develop the patience, resilience, and determination needed to embrace your destiny. Every time you feel discouraged, every time life seems unfair, remember that this is preparation. The challenges are equipping you with what you need to succeed. When you truly understand that challenges prepare you, you stop seeing them as threats and start seeing them as opportunities. You begin to approach each obstacle with curiosity instead of fear, with determination instead of despair, and with faith instead of doubt. The child learning to ride a bicycle falls many times, scrapes their knees, but each fall teaches balance, courage, and coordination. The young adult trying to start a career faces rejection, uncertainty, and financial struggle. But each moment is shaping confidence, resilience, and strategy. The challenges prepare you to rise above, to lead, to inspire, and to live a life that truly matters. Taking ownership means taking full responsibility for your life, your actions, and your results. It is the moment you stop blaming circumstances, other people, or the world for where you are and start realizing that your choices define your destiny. Think about the student who consistently fails exams and complains about teachers being unfair or exams being too hard. Nothing changes until the student decides to take ownership, to study more, to ask questions, to revise consistently, and to take control of their learning. The moment they claim responsibility, the path forward becomes clear and progress begins. Consider the young professional stuck in a job they do not enjoy. They might complain about the boss, the workload, or the office politics. Some spend years wishing things were different, hoping for a miracle, or waiting for someone else to make a move for them. But taking ownership is when they recognize that no one else is responsible for their growth. They enroll in courses to improve their skills, seek mentorship, network intentionally, and create opportunities for themselves. Suddenly, doors open not because the world changed, but because they changed how they approached their life. Even in family life, taking ownership is transformative. The parent who realizes that their children's habits, attitudes, and character are shaped not by teachers, friends, or society, but by their own guidance, takes ownership. They stop blaming external influences and start modeling the behavior, discipline, and values they want to see. When they take ownership, they become a force for change, nurturing a new generation with intention and purpose, and demonstrating that influence is earned through responsibility, not excuse. Think about the small, everyday examples. The person who always complains about being out of shape can blame genetics, work schedule, or lack of time. But taking ownership is deciding to walk every morning, to eat consciously, and to respect the body they were given. It is a choice, a deliberate decision to stop being a passive participant in life and start being the driver of their own health, energy, and future. Ownership turns excuses into action, complaints into solutions, and dreams into reality. Sometimes taking ownership is about facing uncomfortable truths. The young entrepreneur whose business fails repeatedly may be tempted to blame the economy, the clients, or partners. But ownership is when they analyze honestly what went wrong, identify areas of weakness, improve their systems, and try again with wisdom gained. The failures are no longer obstacles but lessons, and every action they take is purposeful because they understand that their life and success are in their hands. Taking ownership also builds confidence. The employee who stops blaming coworkers and begins taking initiative suddenly discovers that they are capable of more than they imagined. The student who takes responsibility for learning experiences growth faster than any peer who waits for guidance. The artist who decides to self-publish, to share their work, and to market themselves takes ownership of their exposure and impact. Confidence grows not because the world rewards you, but because you have claimed responsibility for your life and choices. Even in relationships, ownership is crucial. The friend who apologizes when wrong, the partner who addresses their own faults, and the sibling who steps up without waiting for recognition all create harmony and influence. Ownership teaches maturity, respect, and the ability to impact situations positively. It is the recognition that while you cannot control others, you can control your response, attitude, and contribution. The principle extends to mindset. A person who believes that circumstances define them is a victim. A person who believes that every choice, action, and response is theirs to manage becomes unstoppable. The janitor who takes pride in keeping the building clean, the cashier who treats every customer with respect, the delivery driver who ensures packages arrive safely, all demonstrate ownership in small ways. These small acts of responsibility compound into reputation, trust, and opportunities. Taking ownership means seeing every action as an investment in yourself, your future, and the people around you. Taking ownership also requires courage because it demands facing failure, accepting criticism, and learning from mistakes. The young leader who takes responsibility for a team's failure does not hide behind excuses. Instead, they analyze, adjust, and lead with integrity. They inspire loyalty, trust, and respect. Ownership transforms fear into empowerment, hesitation into action, and blame into accountability. It is the difference between being reactive in life and being proactive, between drifting through circumstances and steering the ship toward purpose. Ultimately, taking ownership is the key that unlocks freedom. When you stop giving your power away to circumstances, other people, or the world, you reclaim control. Every choice becomes intentional, every action deliberate, and every result a reflection of your effort. The young student, the professional, the parent, the athlete, the entrepreneur, and the artist all share the same truth. Those who take ownership write their own story, shape their own destiny, and create a life that is truly their own. Discipline and focus are the cornerstones of every success story, yet most people misunderstand them. Discipline is not punishment, and focus is not restriction. They are tools that unlock your potential. Think about the young musician who dreams of performing on stage. Every day they practice for hours, sometimes when they do not feel like it. Their fingers ache, their voice cracks, their mind wants to wander, but discipline keeps them at the instrument. Without discipline, talent remains dormant. Without focus, dreams remain scattered. The combination of both turns potential into achievement. Consider the student preparing for final exams. They have social events, entertainment, and distractions calling their name every day, but the student decides to allocate time wisely, to study steadily, and to concentrate fully on their learning. Every hour spent in focused preparation compounds into knowledge, understanding, and confidence. Discipline allows them to follow the study plan even when they are tired, and focus ensures that their energy is directed where it matters most. Success rarely comes to the undisciplined, and it always rewards those who channel their effort with precision. Even in professional life, discipline and focus are the difference between mediocrity and excellence. The employee who completes tasks on time, anticipates problems, and stays committed to long-term goals is not necessarily more talented than colleagues. They are disciplined and focused. They plan their day, prioritize their work, and minimize distractions. While others react to circumstances, they act deliberately, knowing that consistent effort compounded over time yields results that appear effortless to outsiders. Consider the athlete training for a championship. They wake up before dawn, eat carefully, rest strategically, and train with intensity. Every repetition, every run, every moment of practice requires focus. It is not enough to show up. They must be fully present, fully committed, and fully aware of what they are building. Discipline ensures they train even when motivation is low, and focus ensures that every movement, every exercise, and every decision contributes to their ultimate goal. Without either, talent alone would falter and dreams would remain unfulfilled. Discipline and focus are also evident in everyday life. The parent managing work, household responsibilities, And children's needs relies on discipline to maintain routines and focus to give attention where it is most needed. The young entrepreneur allocating time to grow a business, network strategically, and develop skills must make sacrifices, prioritize tasks, and resist distractions. Discipline becomes the backbone, and focus becomes the compass that keeps them moving in the right direction. Small daily acts of consistency lead to significant transformation over time. Sometimes people confuse discipline with rigidity or punishment. A student may say, "I cannot study because I am tired," or an employee may say, "I cannot work because I feel unmotivated." The truth is, discipline is the practice of doing what needs to be done even when you do not feel like it. It is choosing long-term results over short-term comfort. Focus is the ability to eliminate distractions and give your full attention to what will move you closer to your purpose. Together, they are a force multiplier for talent, potential, and opportunity. Think about the writer who wakes up early to write daily, ignoring social media, television, and even friends who call for distractions. They write consistently, edit meticulously, and submit their work with purpose. Months pass and a manuscript is ready, a blog post goes viral, or a story gets published. It is not luck, it is discipline and focus in action. The world sees the results, but few notice the hours of attention, the sacrifices, and the refusal to allow interruptions to derail progress. Discipline and focus also build resilience. When life throws unexpected challenges, the disciplined and focused person adapts without losing momentum. The entrepreneur who faces a failed project still maintains routines, continues networking, and pursues the next opportunity with intent. The student who fails an exam studies differently, smarter, and more intentionally. Focus keeps the mind directed on solutions, and discipline ensures the effort continues until results are achieved. Even in personal development, discipline and focus are crucial. The person who wants to improve their health follows a workout schedule, maintains a diet, and tracks progress despite temptations. The individual who seeks financial stability budgets, saves, and invests strategically, resisting impulsive decisions. Focus is what prevents their attention from wandering into distractions, and discipline is what ensures consistency, even when progress seems slow. Without discipline, intentions remain dreams. Without focus, energy scatters. The person who masters both does not wait for motivation to appear. They create conditions for success. They act deliberately, and they stay committed regardless of circumstances. The small, consistent actions guided by discipline and directed by focus build momentum, create momentum, and eventually produce breakthroughs that seem effortless, but are the result of years of concentrated effort. Embracing your destiny means recognizing that your life has a purpose far greater than you may currently understand, and deciding to live fully in alignment with that purpose. So many people drift through life, reacting to circumstances, following the crowd, and living as if their existence is random. They wake up, go to work, pay bills, and sleep, never asking why they were born or what unique contribution they are meant to make. But embracing your destiny requires awareness, courage, and commitment. It requires seeing beyond the temporary struggles and the distractions of daily life to the calling that is waiting for you. Consider the young teacher who notices a student struggling not only academically but emotionally. She could continue teaching the curriculum mechanically, but she feels a deeper calling to mentor, guide, and nurture this student. By embracing her destiny, she impacts not only the child's learning but the child's life. Years later, the student succeeds, remembers her influence, and carries forward the lessons learned. Embracing your destiny is not always about public recognition or fame. It is about fulfilling the role you were designed to play in the lives of others. Think about the young entrepreneur who always dreamed of creating a business that solves a problem in their community. They may face financial limitations, skepticism from others, and fear of failure. Most people give up at the first obstacle, but embracing destiny means pushing past doubt, believing in the vision, and taking consistent steps toward its realization. It is waking up every day with clarity about your purpose, even when circumstances are not ideal. The entrepreneur's persistence becomes the bridge between imagination and reality, and the impact of embracing destiny extends far beyond personal gain. Sometimes embracing destiny requires leaving comfort behind. The employee who realizes they are meant for leadership cannot stay in a role that suppresses creativity, limits growth, or diminishes influence. They must take risks, acquire new skills, and step into positions that challenge them. Like the musician who leaves a secure teaching job to tour and share their music. Embracing destiny often involves discomfort, because your purpose may demand more than what you are accustomed to giving. Courage and commitment are the companions of destiny. Even in small, daily examples, destiny calls. The parent who intentionally teaches their children values, encourages curiosity, and models integrity is embracing a personal destiny to shape a future generation. The neighbor who volunteers to help at a shelter or organizes a community cleanup is living a destiny of service. Embracing destiny does not always involve grand gestures. It begins with recognizing that your unique abilities, insights, and actions are tools for impact and choosing to use them deliberately. Consider the young athlete who dreams of competing at the highest level. Every early morning, every grueling workout, every sacrifice of comfort, socializing, or leisure is a step toward destiny. Without embracing the dream fully, without believing in the calling, the athlete may quit or settle for mediocrity. Destiny requires focus, self-belief, and discipline. The challenges, injuries, and setbacks along the way are not obstacles to stop the journey, but tests to prepare the person for the responsibilities of fulfilling their purpose. Embracing destiny also requires understanding that your life is interconnected with others. The nurse who cares for patients with compassion, the engineer who designs safe bridges, the chef who creates nutritious meals, all contribute to a greater design. The recognition that your gifts, talents, and efforts are meant to influence, uplift, and serve multiplies the significance of your existence. When you act intentionally and embrace your calling, your life becomes a source of inspiration and transformation for those around you. Many people hesitate to embrace destiny because of fear. Fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of stepping into the unknown. The writer who dreams of publishing a novel but fears criticism, the artist who wants to display work but fears rejection, the entrepreneur who wants to innovate but fears instability. All must confront fear to embrace destiny. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is moving forward despite fear. Destiny calls for boldness, determination, and the willingness to step into roles and opportunities that align with your purpose. Even ordinary moments reflect destiny. The friend who encourages another during a tough time, the colleague who mentors a newcomer, the passerby who performs a random act of kindness. These seemingly small actions ripple outward, creating impact far beyond immediate perception. Embracing destiny is recognizing that your life, actions, and decisions are instruments of purpose, and choosing to play them fully, consistently, and intentionally. Understanding and embracing destiny transforms mindset. Life is no longer a series of random events, but a deliberate journey where challenges, victories, relationships, and experiences all have meaning. The young student, the professional, the parent, the artist, and the leader all share the same truth. Embracing destiny is not optional. It is a choice to step fully into your identity, to live intentionally, and to leave a legacy that resonates beyond your own life. As you reflect on everything we have explored today, understand this: your life is not a product of chance, and your existence is not accidental. You were designed for purpose, equipped with gifts, shaped by challenges, and positioned by divine timing. Every moment, every struggle, every victory, every choice has been preparing you for this very season. It is not enough to dream. It is not enough to hope. It is not enough to wish for opportunities. The world does not reward intentions. It rewards action, consistency, and courage. Greatness will not come to those who wait passively, who complain about circumstances, or who allow fear to dictate their steps. It comes to those who seize their calling, who rise above mediocrity, and who embrace the power within them. Imagine the person who has been told you cannot all their life. Society may have underestimated them, friends may have doubted them, obstacles may have blocked the path. Yet they rise, they persist, and they refuse to allow external voices to define their identity. Success is not about who is loudest, who is luckiest, or who appears strongest. It is about who believes in themselves, who cultivates their gifts, and who steps boldly into the purpose that has been assigned to them. Your destiny is waiting for you to claim it, and no one else can live it for you. Consider the countless stories of people who refused to quit despite the storms. The athlete who trained tirelessly, ignored criticism, and faced injuries to reach the pinnacle of achievement. The artist who kept creating when no one recognized their talent, only to later inspire millions. The entrepreneur who failed repeatedly, yet rose stronger each time, eventually building empires that impacted communities. The parent who sacrificed comfort to mold a better generation. The teacher, the leader, the innovator who embraced responsibility, discipline, and focus, and changed not only their lives, but the lives of others. your life too has this potential. Your influence, your purpose, and your dreams are capable of inspiring, transforming, and leaving a mark that cannot be erased. Do not allow fear, doubt, or procrastination to steal your moments. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is action in spite of fear. You may feel inadequate at times, unsure, or overwhelmed. That is normal. What defines you is not the fear you feel, but the decision to move forward anyway. The person who dares to start, who dares to persevere, who dares to act on their calling, even when the path is uncertain, is the one who becomes remarkable. The universe, destiny, or however you perceive it, always aligns in favor of the committed. Opportunity always meets preparation, and preparation always meets persistence. Remember that greatness is never achieved by accident. It is intentional, deliberate, and earned. The habits you form, the choices you make, the discipline you maintain, and the focus you cultivate shape the trajectory of your life. The small, consistent acts compound into momentum. The sacrifices you make, the patience you exercise, and the challenges you endure are not meaningless. They are the architects of your future. Those who achieve greatness do not simply stumble into it. They design it, build it, and step into it with confidence, faith, and vision. Embrace your gifts and use them unapologetically. The world does not need you to hide or diminish your talents. Your voice, your creativity, your skills, your influence are needed more than ever. The people who matter most, the generations that follow, and the communities around you will benefit from the courage you display today, the decisions you make now, and the example you set by embracing your unique abilities. Every act of purpose, every moment of persistence, every step taken in faith contributes to the legacy that only you can leave. As you take ownership of your life, recognize that responsibility is freedom. When you stop blaming others, stop waiting for approval, and stop excusing delays, you claim authority over your journey. Life responds to those who act with intentionality, who lead themselves first, and who refuse to relinquish their power to circumstances. The choice to act, to rise, to persevere, and to fulfill your calling is entirely yours, and in that choice lies your true strength. Look ahead with vision and conviction. The challenges you face are not obstacles but stepping stones. The setbacks you experience are not failures but lessons. The moments of doubt are not signs of weakness, but invitations to trust in your capacity. The clock is not running against you, it is moving in rhythm with your preparation, aligning the right people, opportunities, and circumstances for your breakthrough. Those who endure, persist, and maintain faith in themselves and their purpose will see results that others thought impossible. Know this, you are capable, you are equipped, you are ready. Greatness is not reserved for a select few. It is claimed by those who understand their worth, embrace their purpose, and act with courage, focus, and discipline. Every dream you have, every goal you set, every vision you see in your heart is a glimpse of your destiny. Do not diminish it. Do not ignore it. Act on it, nurture it, and pursue it relentlessly. Your life is a story in the making, and the chapters you write today will inspire generations to come. Let every action reflect the truth that you were born for more, that you are destined for significance, and that nothing can stop the person who has decided to rise above fear, embrace responsibility, and commit fully to purpose. Be the example, be the inspiration, be the change. The world is waiting for your light, your influence, and your impact, and it begins with the decision to step fully into who you were created to be